And I look at this guy sort of like he's like a poor man Christian McCaffrey. He can do it all. He can run. He can catch it. His agility, his speed, his power. He got all the attributes kind of like a Christian McCaffrey, just a poor man version. But if he stays healthy, it's going to be a big pickup for the Eagles. I'm excited about it. He's just not the Eagles savior in my opinion. Eagles got a lot of inside stuff that's going on even from last year. I think it was a passion thing. I don't know if they had a motor that wasn't running, but they had the talent there. We all know they had the talent to do what they needed to do last season and came up short early exit. So Sirianni is coming back this season, and that kind of just shows, I mean, if he would have left, he would have left. That was my opinion on it. But that just shows you how Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, how they're loyal. They're a loyal organization. He had one bad half of a season up to this point. So you know what they said? We're going to see if he can get himself out of his own mess. No, we're not going to get rid of him. We're not going to fire him. He's been doing well up to this point. No Super Bowls, but he's been having some winning seasons. He's been having us in the hunt. So you could say the cheese slid off the cracker, so to speak, or it got replaced with peanut butter. Either way, it didn't taste good. So hopefully they come in the next season, fully loaded, newly inspired, got some added additions, not only with Saquon Barkley, patching up that defensive side as well. Let me get my specs. Bryce Huff, former Jets. He's a big pickup. They got the Saints linebacker as well, Zach Bond. Landon Dickerson. They signed him to a 4-year extension. Makes him the highest paid guard in the NFL. So they're making some moves. They're showing up this offense and they're showing up some defense. So coming in the next season, they should be more equipped of what they got to do. But the question is, are they going to be inspired? They had all the talent they needed last season. I'm going to keep saying that. That defense was full of playmakers and household names. They just couldn't get the job done. They were stuck in mud. I don't know what was going on in that locker room, but like I said, they were not inspired. Didn't look like a football team at the halfway mark. Came out of the gates real good, but it doesn't mean anything if you can't finish. So Sirianni is on a hot seat coming in this season. He got to find a way to get some kind of newfound juice out of these guys. You got the guys there who's been there. You got the vets mixed in with the young guys. You got the talent. You got the speed. You got the agility. You got the power. Should be no question. Now, Saquon Barkley is going to be a big addition, but he has to stay healthy. He probably tell you all day long he feels good, he feels greater than he ever felt. But until you put those cleats on and get out there and get banged around a little bit, pause, you really don't know. So I'm hoping the Eagles have him all season long, just to get a good look at what's going to happen. But you got to get him the touches. You don't have to just run him every time. You know, he can catch out of the backfield, mix him in, but he needs to touch the ball 85-90% of your offense, in my opinion. If he's healthy, like you think he's healthy. If he's not healthy and you worry about getting him dinged up, then maybe not. Pat him along the way. But if he's fully healthy and he's ready to go, 25-30 carries. But far as touches, I'm thinking 45 to 50 touches a game. That shouldn't be hard to ask for with a household name running back. So the Eagles done got it from the New York Giants. Rival New York Giants. Couldn't hold this guy down. So let's get into this article real quick. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this pickup. Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles. Do you think this seals the deal for the Eagles? This all the missing piece they needed to go ahead and win the Super Bowl? Or y'all think it's just going to be another season where they don't know how to use their talent and it's just going to go down in the dumps? It's going to be an early exit like last year. Will he make the difference? Former New York Giants running back Saquon Barkley reached an agreement with the Philadelphia Eagles on a 3-year, $37.7 million contract that could be worth up to $46.7 million and includes $26 million fully guaranteed at signing. Barkley now beats the franchise tag number and has a maximum average per year salary of $15.8 million, which would be second highest for a running back in NFL history. And I wouldn't have no problem with that. As long as he's healthy, he's worth the money. Let's not kid ourselves. Saquon Barkley is probably a top 5 running back in the league when he's healthy. The guy has a very great impact. Go to the house anytime he touches it. He can get 100 yards each game, long as you're giving him the touches. He can get over 100 yards a game. The 2-time Pro Bowl running back rushed for 962 yards and 6 touchdowns for the Giants last season, missing 3 games with a high ankle sprain suffered in Week 2 win over the Arizona Cardinals. Barkley, 27, played last season on an adjusted franchise tag that netted him $10.1 million after the two sides failed to reach an agreement on a long-term deal. And that's what happened last season. He was sitting out a while, and then they worked up something to bring him back. They knew they had to get him last season, which it went for all or nothing. They didn't do anything. But that's just to show you how they didn't value this guy, and eventually they were just going to have to move on from him. And that day has come, and the Eagles got him in their backfield. It's simple as that. They didn't want to pay this guy. They didn't value him. And then you can look at it and say, well, you can't really blame him. If he was fully healthy and never got hurt, he'd probably still be a New York Giant. But when running backs start getting injured, leg injuries, all this stuff start coming up, and he's only 27 years old. It's not like he's an old back. Now, when he hits 30, you're going to start questioning him a little bit. Okay, now, he's old, he's up there, he's getting dinged and nicked up too much. It's going to be hard for him to find a job and get a big deal. But right now he's 27. That's not bad. You can get good 3-4 solid years out of him, and that's why the Eagles signed him to a 3-year deal.